Hi, I'm Espen Kraft, and this is one of my old Atari ST computers from around the mid-80s. And through a series of videos, I plan to take you through the process of making music with those machines today. Those machines back then was cutting edge, and today, well, not so much, but it's still a lot of fun making music on those machines. So come with me as I go through my childhood and my teenage years on these machines. Later I will do a lot more explanation of the technical side of the Atari ST computer for music, but on this little demo I used the Roland Alpha Juno 2 Midi out going in to the Midi in of the Atari 520, because the Atari ST series had hardwired Midi in and out ports, and if you see that MIDI cable in the middle with a red tape on it, that goes out to the MIDI patch bay, which I use to control the synths in real time. On channel 3, I have the Yamaha TX802 with its electric TF Rhodes piano. Little wrong note there. I use a lot of ninth chords on this. Moving on to the strings, it's the Roland D550 and it's one of my own patches. I sell these, by the way. A really nice analog emulated Juno string. And for the bass, I turned to the Yamaha TX81Z or 81Z with its C09 patch electric bass, a classic FM bass. I chose this way of playing the bass inspired by Mr. Mister and Broken Wings, where they sort of just abruptly end the notes here and there. And for the drums, I turned to the fantastic Roland R8 drum machine. It's probably the most advanced drum machine ever built up to that point, maybe even now, because you can do so much with this, and it's a professional drum machine. I used the electronic yellow card with samples from the TR-808 on this, probably the best sounding emulations of the TR-808 ever made by Roland. And I used some of the individual outputs for the kick and snare, the rest goes through the stereo. So I can have these dry, the kick, and different reverbs on the other sounds. And by changing the pad banks, of which you can have 5, you can choose another set of sounds. And just so it's said, the R8 is far superior to the R8 Mark II because of the sound and the components inside. And here we are in the arrangement mode of Cubase 2, which I use. It's from 1989, and I've got the drums set up on channel 1 for the R8, and I've played those from the keyboard. And let's solo some of those. The kick and hats. Pretty straightforward, really. The tom, the high tom. Some percussion. And the claps, I gave those a little more reverb. videos to come, I will go through how to use this program in more detail. This is just an overview today. As I used to write out notes and stems for other musicians to play back then, to be able to see the score in Cubase was a really revolutionary thing for me. This should, of course, be in the clef of F and not G, but you get the picture. You can change all that even back then. And print it out. One final thing that you often hear about the Atari ST computers is their exceptional MIDI timing. They were rock solid, and they still are rock solid. And just to check this out, I synced up my Atari to the PC, which I used to run another more modern version of Cubase. And when the Atari ST tries to sync up, let's check out what the tempo says. The PC sends out 95 BPMs, but look at the BPMs shown in the Atari window when it's synced up. It's not dead rock solid 95, is it? And with that, I thank you for watching this video on how to make music on the Atari ST line of computers, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers!